Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
What is up, JP Peterson Sports, Tampa Bay? IndyCar Tim here with the JP Peterson Show. JP is here, I think, as he is setting back up from his romp out at Riveters on Friday. But big show for everybody. Lots of Tampa Bay Buccaneers news as training camp continues. The Rays got to win. Woohoo!
That was nice.
Oh, look, there he is. Whoa. That scared the crap out of me. Like, who are these?
I'm here.
What are these
I'm
dulcet tones
Oh, my love.
of
Hey,
JP Peterson?
I even got to take off my credential out well.
Get that with the credentials
official.
on. Yeah,
Didn't have time to change my shirt. Just running in from camp. Holy hell. Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Wow.
It's nice to see you all. It's
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah. Take a little mental break. Let Nick and Tim handle it for a couple days.
Yeah, well, I tried and failed miserably on my day on yesterday.
You did fail miserably. Yes, you did.
Tried
By the way,
so hard.
I don't know if Nick mentioned this on the show, but he and Casey are expecting. Congratulations, Nick Geddes. You are a father
What?
or soon to be a dad. Yeah.
Expecting what? A baby?
A baby, yes.
Why?
Ashley told me they must have announced it on social media. I don't know if he said anything on the show, but now it's official. Now it's on the JP Peterson Show.
Well,
so
Nick,
congratulations.
let me be the first to extend my condolences to you in the end of your life as you know it.
Yeah, that's $1 million down the drain right there.
Yeah, sorry, brother. I don't know if it was intentional, but you should have consulted with me first. Either way.
There's nothing like fatherhood. Trust me. There's nothing like fatherhood. Absolutely nothing.
Take that however you want.
Yes. Greatest joys, frustrations, all of it. Yes, it's all there.
Huh.
All right. So let's get into some of the show here because that's kind of why they're here, I believe. Back at training camp today, Teddy Bridgewater was out there. That's the big news. And he spoke with the media. We're going to give you some of that here in a little bit. Let me just say this. Now, obviously, I've followed Teddy Bridgewater for a long, long time. Interviewed him. His college coach, Charlie Strong, obviously have known Charlie for a long, long time. And I've talked to Charlie about Teddy Bridgewater because obviously back in 2020, he was one of the guys behind door number 2. And if Brady doesn't sign here, Bridgewater is the guy that was coming here, as we reported back then, by the way. So, yeah, he's been this close to being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer coming out of school. He was in here for a top 30 visit, and he talked about that today. He's like, we've been flirting with this for a long, long time. So finally we're dating. We're married now, I guess would be the right analogy. So Teddy's here and, watching Kyle Trask again today, no disrespect, but it's probably going to take 3 weeks until Teddy's the backup quarterback.
I mean, Trask is dealing with a little bit of a back issue too, is what I've read. So
yes, he is. He's moving backward. He's been going back for quite some time. He's regressed. And it's just, to me, we've been talking about this all camp. We've talked about it in OTAs. I've been to most every one of these practices. And I think it became very apparent when Baker went down and they saw Kyle working with the ones. I think that was the moment where they said, even though you heard Bowles last week say, this is Kyle's best day. He didn't say it was a great day. He said it was his best day. So take that for what it's worth. And it's, again, this is no disrespect to Kyle Trask, but when you have a team that's this good and you have a backup quarterback that's not taking any meaningful snaps in the NFL, honestly, if Jason Light is doing his job, he's got to go get an experienced backup quarterback. That's why I've been talking about this for weeks. I asked Todd Bowles about it last week directly. I said, and when we talked about bringing in an arm, he kept saying we're bringing in an arm. I asked him directly. I said, is that a camp arm or is that a veteran arm? And he said, we'll see. Well, when they saw Kyle Trask working with the ones, they said, what's Teddy's number? Let's get this going as soon as we possibly can. And just listening to Teddy and watching him out there today, he didn't do much. He just did individual drills, but he's a gifted passer. He's a naturally gifted passer. He throws a tight spiral. It throws a beautiful ball. And even when they were doing kind of some of the little touch passes in the end zone, I think we may have some of those if you want to roll them, Tim. I don't know which one's which. Just roll them, whatever, while I'm talking so I don't have to see my sweaty face. He was, just nice little pinpoint passes into the back of the end zone. He's just such a natural thrower of the ball. And then when he came out and talked to the media, you're just like, this dude is he's a professional. He's a grown man. Not that Kyle's not. It's just different. It's just different. This is a guy that's been in the fire. Yeah. Has started, I don't know what the numbers are. Danny, look, send me the Bridgewater stats, will you please, intern Danny? Text it to my phone if you would. So, I mean, we know this guy's been on, I think this is his 8th team, I believe. His 8th team. It's a nice little touch pass. I think it was Baker, though. You'll see him here with the dreads, number 16. He's wearing 16 for the Buccaneers. Okay, that's not him. But there's Baker with a nice little toss to Ryan Miller. Baker had a nice day today. There's Teddy. There's Teddy. Well, whoop, and that's a drop.
Oh, that's a drop.
Who are you? Is that Rock? Yeah, that's Rock Jeremy. Mm-hmm. Drop. You know who had 2 drops today? One in the end zone?
Kate Otten.
Abuka. No, Kate's still not practicing. There's Garrett Green with a one-handed catch. Nicely
He's a quarterback. What's he doing out there?
Yeah, he's catching balls. What he's doing. There's a nice throw right there. So Teddy, just very natural thrower of the football, and he looks like he's in great shape. And he said he's in great shape. He's been working out with his team down at Northwestern and just doing what he does. And he's always, he stays in shape. There's Payne Durham. We talked to him today. Payne said this no smelling salts deal, big deal.
It is a big
deal to the Buccaneers.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I might see it. There might be some pushback from the NFLPA on this. There might be some pushback. I think this is kind of a knee-jerk reaction, honestly, because smelling salts have always been, kind of those, back in the day when somebody got a concussion, they brought the smelling salts out. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a perception that it masks some type of concussion symptoms. And I think, in the general, that's probably true, but we have trained doctors on the sideline, right? We have trained independent doctors on the sideline now. So
who are looking for other symptoms. Yes. Than just like your pupils being dilated and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think it seems like a real knee-jerk reaction. And to listen to Payne Durham, we'll play this a little bit later on the show. To listen to Payne Durham talk about it, it's not a nothing. And it's far from a nothing. He's like, I'm addicted to it. And he takes it every series. He does it smelling salts. And Baker does too. Baker does it all the time. And I don't see him outlawing it in the NHL anytime soon because those guys are constantly doing smelling salts. So I don't know but anyway, so back to Teddy Bridgewater, listening to him talk, he's just an experienced guy and Kyle's not. He's just not. You don't know what you're getting. I mean, for Teddy Bridgewater to come off the couch and for the Detroit Lions to have so much faith in him that they brought him in a playoff game and actually completed a pass. Come on now. And again, Kyle Trask could be a good quarterback in this league. I don't know.
Yeah.
And neither do the Bucs. And that's the point. They don't know how he's going to react. And how he reacted in practice this last week with the ones was not impressive to me. It was not impressive. Was it? I thought it was average. I thought, again, he missed a lot of guys. And more than anything, people watch the passes as you should. But what I watch is he takes the snap, he looks, and then he runs. He can't process quickly enough where he's going. I mean, you see Baker grab the ball. First of all, Baker's probably already to his second read before the snap because he knows what the defense is going to do. So he's probably already to his second read. And then when the ball snapped, that doesn't work out, he's on to the third and fourth. It's with Trask, it's like, and then, it's running and it's not. And you see guys when you're going through goal line and we're watching right there. And I'm what I try to do is watch the whole play expand. And you see guys and you're so, we're 5 yards away. So we can see this. And I'm also like center, right over the center. So you're kind of seeing the route develop. And there are guys that pop open. and he holds the ball. And that's the kiss of death. If you're in the red zone and you're waiting for guys to get 3 or 4 yards open, that ain't happening. You got to throw the ball before they make their cut. You got to throw with anticipation, and you have to be accurate. And that's what Baker does in the red zone. It's like he's throwing the ball, then the guy's turning around, then he's catching it. And Kyle just doesn't do that. And I think once they saw him work with the ones, the panic button was pushed.
Yeah.
And said, we just can't take this chance. And here's a guy that we've been courting literally since 2014. We know everything about him. And Teddy went through the list of guys that are working here now and coaches and in the front office that he knows or has played with. And it's like, this is a no-brainer. And again, I know it really sounds like I'm dumping on contrast.
You are, but it's okay.
And I'm not trying to. I'm just giving you my objective opinion. And it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. But obviously, it's shared by the Buccaneers because they went out and got Teddy Bridgewater. And I don't think he's coming off the couch to be a third-string practice squad guy. I'm pretty sure he's not. And I think and I've been saying it for weeks and weeks, they need to go get a veteran. They need to go get a veteran. I think this they gave Kyle Trask all the opportunity and they needed to see something. And I asked Todd Bowles this back in OTAs, do you need to see something from Kyle Trask? And he said, yes. And we talked about it on the show. He said, yes, we need to see something in preseason to make us feel more comfortable about him being the backup. And they did not see it. And that's why Teddy Bridgewater is here. And I think it's a great move. I think it's a great move. And I think when you hear him talk later on in the show, you'll agree.
I wonder if Light is having second thoughts about that brand new 1 year, almost $3 million contract from Kyle Trask.
It is what it is. It's not a lot of money.
No, but
and it's a 1 year deal, right? Is it a 1 year? I thought it was maybe 2 year. Maybe 1 year. Is it even guaranteed?
1.3 million guaranteed.
Yeah, they can get out of that like that.
But and look,
save what? Save 1.7.
Yeah.
To the FSU math there.
There's another aspect of this here, and we've talked about it for at least 2 years on this show, has everyone else, that because you don't know what you have with Kyle Trask, if Baker goes down, knock on this huge, beautiful wooden broadcast table that I have here, you're potentially screwed.
Yeah.
And I think Jason Light understands how lucky they have been the last 2 seasons with Baker not missing games.
Yeah.
Like they've got to just feel so lucky, especially with his style of play, that he hasn't missed significant time with an injury. Yeah. And I think that they think maybe their time could run out this season. And with the Super Bowl window open, with this roster, stacked roster, you can't gamble on one guy under center for the entire season. You've got to have something else there. And like you said, they're familiar with Teddy. And here's another thing I was looking at this morning. This franchise could have gone in an entirely different direction. Yesterday, Jason Light spoke about Teddy Bridgewater. He said if Teddy Bridgewater had fallen a little bit in the draft in 2014, he was going to take him in 2014.
That's 6 spots away.
So Bridgewater went, 32 to the Vikings, and the Bucs picked at 38 in the second round.
That's right.
And took the tight end guy, Austin Seferian-Jenkins at 38.
Oh, Lord.
So if you take one pick after Mike Evans, by the way. So if you take Teddy Bridgewater at 32 or 38 there, you're not drafting Jameis Winston in the first next year in 2015. Teddy Bridgewater's your guy.
No, they drafted Jameis in 2015. 2015, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you don't go pick Jameis Winston.
No, you don't.
You're rolling with Teddy.
Yeah.
And how would Teddy have turned out long term? Well, we don't know. He went to Minnesota. He didn't play poorly in Minnesota. He got hurt.
Yeah, he's had opportunities. He's not, he's not obviously he's not a starting quarterback in this league, or he would have been on another roster. Mm-hmm. There was plenty of opportunities this year, but I'd also say I'm sure that that Pittsburgh and other teams that needed quarterbacks looked at Teddy Bridgewater. I think they did. Sure, they did. I remember in 2020 when we talked about Teddy Bridgewater, I'm like, I mean, he's an alternative, absolutely. I was very sure that Brady was coming back then. So
sure.
And I've said if he doesn't come, then it's going to be Bridgewater. So 79 games started in this league. How many starts does Kyle Trask have? is 0. 15,120 yards, 75 touchdowns. How many does Kyle Trask have? 0. 66.4 completion percentage. I mean, the dude can play. He's super smart. He's been in 1,000 different offenses. He's been with Grizzard in Miami. You talked about that today and how he's like really impressed about seeing him do the call sheet today in the call-up periods. He's like, yeah, he's like spitting out these plays like he's been doing it for years, and he's calling it against Bowles. And it's interesting today. And I'll before we move on to hear from
there's Teddy's numbers
go.
right there for everybody.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, again, passer rating 90.5, 75 to 47 touchdown to interception ratio.
That's a hell of a backup right there.
It's a hell of a backup when he's 32 years old. 32 years old. And in great shape. Looks great. You and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, maybe longer now, when we were discussing Kyle Trask and who are the options out there should Baker go down. And we went through a list of guys. We're like, nope, don't want him. And I remember when I mentioned Teddy Bridgewater's available, you were like, well, like he was like the one guy on the list that we both were like, I could see that, right? And now here he is. Yeah, there's a guy. And you know what? This moment right here may prove to be the most important moment of the season. Because if Baker goes down, and I think that's what Jason Light was looking at. He was like, I know they feel good. Oh, they feel good about Kyle Trask. They feel good. Oh, they wouldn't have signed him if they did, right? They wouldn't have brought him back. They would have made a move in the offseason. So, but I think that they needed to see something. And I know, and he probably knew he always had Teddy in his back pocket because this happened quickly.
Yeah.
But I think Jason Lang was out there watching practice with the ones and went, so if I go to Kyle Trask and this doesn't work out, people are going to fry me. JP is going to fry me. He's going to say, I said that back in training camp. And you know what, Jason? You're right. You're 100% right. I would have fried you because I would have said, we talked about this. We talked about it. We need a veteran quarterback. Kyle can't get it done. He's, peeing down his leg. We need an experienced guy. Yeah, you're damn right I would have, Jason. And if that helped motivate you to do this, I'll take credit. Absolutely.
Yeah, you would have been the only one.
Yeah, exactly. I would not have been the only one. Exactly. Everybody would have, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. So I can't emphasize this enough. This was a move that needed to happen. They pulled the trigger. They got the guy they wanted, and for some of you knuckleheads like Fire Kevin Cash on Twitter who want to sit here and argue with me about, oh no, this is not about Kyle Trask. This is about the other injured quarterbacks. I'm like, no. You're wrong. Jason Light said Trask is still the number 2. Mm-hmm. He also said the competition's open. What's he going to say? Yeah, we brought Teddy in because Kyle sucks. The guy I signed in the offseason to be the backup quarterback sucks. No, he's not going to say that. But what he did say is he's the quarterback for now. He's the backup for now. And we'll have an open competition. There'll be competitions, what he said.
And keep in mind timing here about why Teddy Bridgewater was available now and not earlier in the offseason. He had a job. He was just coaching his high school alma mater to a state championship last year. So he's not going to leave that job to go somewhere, right? After he was done with the Lions.
Well, let's just think.
And then he gets suspended.
Well, he said he was ready for the call. He and his team knew that if the NFL came calling that he was going to go.
I can't imagine he left his. I don't know. I find it hard to believe he would have done that. But now he got suspended.
So thank God those idiots down there suspended Teddy Bridgewater for helping out kids that couldn't get a safe ride home. And you'll hear some of that too, as he talked about that. And it's just, we talked about that on the show. It's like, this may be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Suspending a coach for helping his kids get safe rides home in a place where they need safe rides home and getting needed equipment, needed hydration for the kids. Because the adults are too stupid to be able to, and too dishonest to get the money to the kids who need it, because they're skimming off the top everywhere in our public school systems. that we have to go and buy supplies for teachers because we got too many administrators skimming off the top of all the money that we pay for education. And we have to have guys like Teddy Bridgewater and the general public step up and buy supplies for our schools. What a joke.
And then
especially with the amount of money that we spend on schools. So, and then these are the same idiots that go and suspend Teddy Bridgewater, who's trying to help the kids.
Yep.
I mean, it's the dumbest shit ever. But thank God. Hey, thanks, idiots down there in Miami, because now we got a good backup quarterback who we can trust. So I'm all for it. All right, some of the other notes from today. We mentioned the smelling salts, and you'll hear we're gonna after the break we'll play some of these sound bites for you. So I thought that was a very interesting thing. Now on the field, they went goal line from the 1 yard line, and most of it was passing drills because they weren't in pads today. You know, Baker couldn't connect with Ibuka, covered like a blanket by, who was it? I think it was Bryce Hall. Second down, Baker misses again. Ball was tipped. Or actually, no, Jamel Dean intercepted the ball. I think it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And Jamel Dean intercepts it. Third down, Parrish, playing man-to-man on the outside, jumps a slant route and almost picks it again. Now, this is one of the best offenses in football from the 1 yard line, Baker Mayfield. No Mike Evans today, though. So it wasn't like, he didn't have his go-to guy. But still, I can't emphasize enough how much better this secondary is. In tight spaces, red zone, today they looked fantastic. Jamel Dean had a pick six, an overthrow by Bazelak. And this is cruel, but it is what it is. So the ball sails over the receiver's head from Bazelak, and Jamel Dean's about 10 yards behind him, and it hits him right in the chest. And he catches it. And he runs it in. And what does his teammates shout out? He caught it. Hey, look, he caught it. Now, that's cruel. But it's the way, you got to rib him. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. But he caught two today. So, listen, and probably one of the reasons Jamel Dean is playing better, because his job is at stake.
Yeah.
BMO, as he's now called, Benjamin Morrison, has been on his ass all year, all camp long. Now, BMO has a hamstring, so he's been out. He was out today, which is not good, because he was nipping at the heels of Jamel Dean. And Jamel had 2 picks today, and he had another one where he should have had another pick on a comeback route. There were some good moments for Baker. He had one drive where he threw a ball down the middle of the field from about the 50-yard line that never got more than maybe 20 feet high to Ryan Miller in stride. I mean, I say this all the time. You guys hear this, but Baker's arm is ridiculous. Next play, he hits Sterling Sharp in the cover 2 honey hole on the sideline there. That ball over the corner in front of the safety that's got to be on a line on about 30 yards, 35, 40 air yards. Just smoking laser right in between them. Boom. Those are the big time throws that only a handful of quarterbacks in this league can make. That they have the arm strength and the accuracy and the confidence to make those throw. And I'm serious. There's a handful of quarterbacks, I'd say maybe 7 quarterbacks in this league that can make those consistently. And Baker Mayfield's one of them. And it's a game changer. It's a game changer because defenses know it. They have to guard against it. It makes them less aggressive at the line of scrimmage. They have to be, because he can hit those holes. There's another crossing route, just a classic, clear the safety deep, guy coming across against cover 2, across the formation, over the corner or linebacker in front of the safety, and just perfectly thrown ball to Shepard, who had some really nice catches. The old man, I said early in camp that Shepard's probably not going to make this team just because of numbers. I retract that statement because he has had a tremendous camp, and he looks spry, and Baker trusts him. Baker totally trusts him to be where he needs to be. So he's going to make the team. And no question about it. He spoke the other day, and he's confident he's going to make the team. And I think they need him because, as depth, this team has a lot of depth at the wide receiver position. And right now, Tez is injured with a hamstring. Mike's, not taking a whole lot of reps. And J-Mac was out there today. Who's the other wide receiver? Palmer. Palmer and Cam Johnson also. So 3 guys that got hammies. So all those guys, but Ryan Miller had that big deep ball from Baker. So he's been making some plays, and Sterling Shepard's looked really, really good. Anything else in terms of on the field today? I think Jamel had a great day. So that's most of the observations from what we saw from the field today. Real quick before we're going to come back and do sound from the Buccaneers on the other end, and I've got more news from there. But Rays last night get a 7-3 win over the Angels. They had a big 7-run fourth inning. Of course, they didn't score in any other inning, which is
they didn't have to.
Yeah, but come on. This offense is just dead.
7 runs is not enough for you, JP. I know it was all in one inning, but can that not just be enough?
Yeah, I guess. It's better than what we have seen. That's for damn sure. But, and they did a little long ball with Brandon Lau getting his 20th home run. It's his fourth 20 home run season, which ties the franchise record for 20 home run seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Pepio goes into the 6th.
Yeah, but not.
Snapped his 5-start winless streak.
Yeah, he could have got blown out of the water there, though, in the 5th.
He got out of it.
Double play. Yeah, they did. He got out of it. The double play. Yeah, defense saved his ass. So, all right. But listen, I shouldn't be complaining about a win, for God's sakes. I know, right? So 7-3, get the W. But, as we said last week, they got to go, 32-16 the rest of the way. They're going to win 2 out of 3 to get to 87 wins. Yeah. No
and tonight you're facing Tyler Anderson, who is 2-7 with a 4.49 ERA, who is on an 18-start winless streak for the Angels.
Lefty or righty?
What is Tyler? I believe he's a righty.
Lefty?
Oh, he is a lefty.
Says he's a
lefty.
Oh, you don't think he's licking his chops at Christopher Morel? They're going to have Morel in the cleanup spot tonight against the lefty after the golden sombrero?
Oh.
Or did they DFA him while I was at the pool?
No, I don't think so.
No, they didn't. I had 4 less strikeouts than he did the other night. And as many hits. And I was at the pool at Pier 66. Jesus. I mean, my Twitter feed was lighting up, and I'm just laughing. Because I couldn't watch the game. I didn't have it on where I was. So I'm like, I could have put it on my phone, but I'm like, really? I'm like, I really want to watch this. I have much better things to do. Trust me. Much better things to do right now than watch this numbnuts strike out 4 times in the cleanup hole.
Great.
Like, at what point? At what point? And our good friend Evan Klosky had a really cool post about when Morel does actually make contact. He's like one of the best in terms of exit velocity, barreling it up when he makes contact.
Yeah. But
he rarely makes contact. So that's a problem. And I don't care. Like, at some point, you just have to say, every time this guy plays, the team loses. Because I guarantee you, when he's in the – can you imagine if you're one of the Rays players and you come to look, and you – remember in Little League where you couldn't wait to see the manager would post the coach? We didn't have manager in Little League. But, you can't wait to see the lineup where you're batting, right? And then you'll see where you're batting, and you're going, all right, yeah. At least most of the time I said that. And, yeah, come on now. I was 3, 4, 5, baby. But then you look at, like, your teammates. Then you go look at your teammates, and you're like, oh, God. Coach's kid's batting first again? Are you freaking kidding me? And then his best friend's in the 2-hole, and then I got to come up with 2 outs and nobody on again. Come on, coach. That's what I feel like. That's what Brandon Lau feels like. School. There you go. That's what Brandon Lau feels like when he looks at the lineup. Are you kidding? Yandy's like, are you effing kidding me? Yandy leading off, so there'll be 4 guys in front of him that don't have a batting average over 200. So when he comes up and actually hits the ball, there's nobody on base. I mean, it's just, I don't get, and I you know me, I'm reluctant to put this on Cash because I think he's way smarter than this. This cannot be coming from Kevin Cash. I could be wrong, just my opinion. There's no way this is coming from Kevin Cash. Can't be.
I thought we were going to blame the sick kids in the hospital that are making the lineup every night.
That's what we're doing. The kids in the basement with their little analytics Geek Computers.
Calculator.
Keep putting out this lineup. At some point, Kevin Cash is going to stand up there. All right. I'm just going to say.
Hey, Siri, show me the lineup for the Rays tonight.
If Christopher Morel is in the lineup, how?
Also ask me about a specific player.
If you can only just program it, say, does Christopher Morel suck? Hey, Siri, does Christopher Morel suck?
Hey, Siri, does Christopher Morel suck? Says try Chat GPT.
I'm interested in what they say.
Oh, my God.
I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is just ridiculous. All right. Well, I tell you what we're doing. We're taking a break. We'll take a break. We'll come back on the other side. We're going to hear from Teddy Bridgewater. We're hearing from Payne Durham today. Bryce Hall spoke as well. So we might get to a little bit of that. Todd Bowles didn't say anything today of a note. So we don't need any of that. We are brought to you by the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVES lawgroup.com. We are local, we are trusted, and we get results. And we're brought to you by, he said, On-Site Construction and Restoration. If you are looking to add on to your home, restore your home, if somebody did some hurricane work for you and they did a crappy job and you need it redone, they will come in there and fix all that stuff. So just go to On-Site Construction, ONSITE, OnSiteConstructionFL.com. Take a look at all the 5-star reviews. Take a look at all the great pictures there of the work they've done. They are fine craftsmen who get the job done on budget and on time. So if you're going to add on, get this free consultation. Jason Fawcett will come out to your home and meet with you one-on-one and tell you what's possible. And then you'll get on the preferred client list. So if there is a hurricane and you need a contractor, you already know who you're going to. You have a relationship with them and you trust them and you're on the list. So that's good stuff. OnSiteConstructionFL.com. Back in 3. Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Spring means a time of renewal and Rays baseball, and the folks at Italiano Insurance want to welcome the Rays to Tampa and remind you it's time to renew those insurance policies with the now famous Italiano Insurance Checkup. Let the experienced and friendly agents shop your policy for the best price and coverage. Famous for saving me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year and over $500 on our homeowners. Now that's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Costs less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a big whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with the all-star agents at Italiano Insurance. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Go Rays! JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park, so free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucs and Rays play. We'll see you there. Are you looking to renovate your home, rebuild after the hurricanes, or build your dream home from scratch? Well, let me tell you about my friend Jason Fawcett and On-Site Construction. They have over 1,450 satisfied clients, 25 years of experience, over 500 designs, and a talented team of over 40 construction professionals. They believe building something exceptional begins by truly focusing on all the details, even the smallest ones. We understand that construction can be a daunting process, and we're here to make it as smooth and stress-free as possible. Quality is non-negotiable at On-Site Construction. We use the finest materials, employ the most skilled tradespeople, and adhere to the highest industry standards to deliver a product we're proud of and that you're going to love. Our project management is meticulous with a focus on completing projects on time and on budget. Your happiness is our primary driver. So give us a call at 813-579-5789 or check out our incredible website at onsiteconstructionfl.com. Are you having legal issues with a business partner or other legal business issues? The attorneys at Walters, Levine & DeGrave can help. Call 800-616-0384 for a free consultation. At Walters, Levine & DeGrave, we've redefined what a law firm can be with top-tier attorneys, personal service, and 26 years of success. From business law to civil litigation, we deliver smart, client-focused solutions. Walters, Levine & DeGrave recently won a $6.4 million jury verdict from a large real estate developer, and they can win for you too. Walters, Levine & DeGrave. Let's solve it together. Not attorney spokesman. For a free consultation, call 800-616-0384 or go to walterslevine.com. Offices Tampa, Sarasota.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Riveters. We were over there last Friday. Orestes Estrada stopped by. We talked a lot of baseball, saw a lot of fans there, met a lot of folks who listened to the JP Peterson Show and said, hey, we're here because you recommended it, and it's absolutely fantastic. We love hearing that. Did that at Cafe Paradiso last week as well. We were there, and a couple walked up and said, Benjamin and his lovely wife, Monique, like, hey, we're here for my birthday because you recommended it. I was like, how was dinner? Fantastic. So we love recommending Riveters, Cafe Paradiso. So get on down to Riveters. Football season is coming. So anytime you head over to Ray J for USF, or any football games at all, watching games there is awesome, obviously. So check out Riveters right there on South Del Mabry.
JP, I got a notification from Google.
You did?
That 50,000 people have read my review, my 5-star review of Cafe Paradiso from October.
That's true. 50,000 people have read it?
50,000 people have read my review of Cafe Paradiso from October.
Wow, no wonder their business is through the roof.
How do you like that? 50,000.
Yeah. Advertising on the JP Peterson Show is very lucrative. Rates are low. Return on investment is high. So contact me, JP at the JPPetersonShow.com. At the JPPetersonShow.com. We don't have a whole lot of room for more sponsors, though.
We'll make room.
We have to up the rates.
We'll make room. I have to add an hour to the end of the show.
Hey, easy now. Whoa, now. What we're not going to do is load it down with commercials. We're a little saturated right now, so I know you guys. I just bear with me. We're going to maybe try to cut them down a little bit so it's less time, and we don't want to turn into terrestrial radio.
Other possibilities for your Tampa advertising dollars on the JP channel. There's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Daily Blitz.
That's
you can be part of. There's going to be a Rays podcast JP's putting together.
Yes.
Well, we got lots of possibilities.
We got our college football podcast with the Burnham brothers,
yeah,
which I think is going to be very popular. I hope to have them on this week. Yep. They just had Mickey Andrews and their dad, Wally Burnham, on the show. And those two guys have something in common. They both coached for Bear Bryant and Bobby Bowden.
Yep.
That is an awesome podcast. You got to go check that out.
I told you that my dad played for Bear Bryant, right?
He did, yeah. Have you heard that? Have you heard that podcast?
I have.
Got to go check that out.
I did, absolutely.
Yeah, good stuff. Great. So we're going to have the guys on this week so you can get a slice of what it's all about. Two brothers arguing about football that are very knowledgeable. Both have been assistant coaches in D1 football. So
what could be better?
What could be better? And God, college football is right around the corner. I've been watching lots of college football preview stuff. We got to get more into that this week and next. So it's coming. It's coming, boys and girls.
Yep.
All right, let's get to some of the comments here first before we get to some of the sound. Kenneth McClary, first Devin Garnett says, "Hello, Petermans."
There you go, Devin.
We're gonna have shirts soon. We're gonna have Peterman shirts soon. Ashley's designing them, by the way, Tim.
Oh, nice.
Ashley said she's going to design the Peterman shirts. Good morning, says Kenneth McClary. Good morning to you. I, for one, would rather have Teddy Bridgewater coming in the game as opposed to Kyle Trask. So I think that was a good move. I think 100%. We can all. I mean, if you're not a Gator fan, can we all just agree on this?
Well, even Gator fans can understand that he's not good right now in the pros. It's okay. Neither was Tim Tebow.
And, people say, well, he hasn't had a chance, JP. I agree.
Neither was Steve Spurrier.
I agree. But it is what it is. We just don't know, and you can't risk it.
Danny Werfel. Just throwing former Gators out there.
So what's I'm trying to think. I think Jeff Driscoll has started more games as a NFL quarterback.
And he played tight end for a season.
Yeah. All right. If I'm not mistaken, check me on that, Danny. Who played more? Who started more games than Jeff Driscoll as a former Gator quarterback?
Ooh, Doug Johnson, maybe.
Doug Johnson, maybe. Yeah. Maybe
Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman took the Bears to the Super Bowl. Imagine that. Imagine that, if you will. Nathan Elliott says, hello, JP Peterson from Chicago. You're in Chicago? What are you doing in Chicago, bro? He says, hello, the Petermans. That's not JP Peterson peeps. It's Petermans. All you degenerates, we are indeed.
I do like the degenerates part.
Yeah. That could be second name. Deplorables. Yeah. Is Teddy Bridgewater better than Trask? What a wasted second-round pick. Yeah.
I mean, I would say right now Teddy Bridgewater is way better than Kyle Trask.
Yeah.
He was also late. Well, I mean, I guess he was the last pick of the first round, right? Bridgewater was.
Mm-hmm.
Same spot Lamar Jackson was picked from the same school.
True.
How you like that?
True. Ted Johnson is plus 6,000 to lead all receivers in the preseason. If he has built a connection with these quarterbacks, I think he'll have to play the first half-ish of each game. Great value here, in my opinion. Really? Well, that is great value. I think you're all over that. I can't believe plus 6,000 to lead all receivers in the preseason. Problem is he's got a hammy right now. The games start.
How healthy is? I mean, he needs to start every preseason game if he wants.
He's not going to play. I don't think he's going to play this week.
But he's not playing Saturday, right?
I don't think so.
By the way, JP, we have Buccaneers football this week.
How about that? And by the way, you know who I sat and chatted with for about an hour and a half today?
Lovie Smith.
No, here's the hint.
Okay, that was a bad guess.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans in the corner. We hit pay dirt. The great Gene Deckerhoff. The great Gene Deckerhoff, who I used to call basketball games with back in the 90s today? On the FSU radio network. Yes. I used to do I was the game day anchor for the FSU football broadcast for 7 years, working with the great Vic Prinzi, Tampa's own, and Gene Deckerhoff, and the great Burt Reynolds would come in for a game every year. And by the way, rest in peace, Lonnie Anderson. Can we take a moment? Can we take a moment for the lovely Lonnie? I had a picture with Burt and Lonnie. Can't find it.
What?
Can't find it. I know. I had it framed and everything. Dadgummit. Yeah.
I had an ex-wife or ex-girlfriend chunk it.
You know what? You might, because Lonnie was showing it. Yeah, she had a nice cleavage working, and Burt was fabulous. So yeah, she would come to the for a couple of years. She came to the games with him. She was great.
Back when they were happy.
Great. Loved her at WKRP too.
So so this falls in the same category as Ginger or Marianne. Were you Jennifer Marlowe or Bailey Quarters?
Jennifer Marlowe.
Oh, come on now, Bailey, man.
No. I was but I was also Ginger.
See, I was Marianne.
Yeah, I like yeah. I like both Ginger and Marianne, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I like all four of them. I wouldn't.
But Lonnie, if I'm going to rank all four of them, I got to go Lonnie one, just because I met her. right? Got to go Lonnie 1.
Personal friend.
Lonnie 1. Ginger and Marianne was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marianne's always running around in that little
the Daisy Dukes
top, the Daisy Dukes and the Tide top,
but Ginger was so
in her evening best on an island in her evening best every episode
with a martini in her hand.
With a martini in her hand
constantly.
Thurston.
How can you not love Ginger? So I'm going to go Ginger, Marianne, and then who's the other girl on WK Parade? What was her name?
Bailey Quarters.
Yeah.
Look,
Bailey
I would
Quarters.
invite all 4 of them over to the place and just see which one's left at the end of the night, and that's who I pick. Whoever picks me is who I pick.
If any. Christopher Cole says, Disney, you guys vote, stack them 1 to 4 of those right there. Who you got? Disney and ESPN is taking over the sports business. This is bothering me. This is bothering me.
You're going to get to this.
Oh my God. Our good friend Scott Hansen going back to the evil empire, bro. No, ESPN F's up everything. Everything. Now they're taking over the NFL Network. They already took Kyle Brandt or Peter Schrager and put him on Get Up where he just does not belong. Doesn't it look weird? Like Good Morning Football, like that was the show. Bring back the old cast. If ESPN could do anything right, bring back Kay Adams, Schrager, Brandt. Who was the 4th? It was
originally?
Yeah.
One of the
Andy, look it up. Original cast of Good Morning Football.
The Patriot, the twin.
Yeah. No, there was someone before him.
Oh, before him? Oh, you're right.
Wasn't
He
there?
did replace somebody. Yeah, he did replace somebody.
He was good though. I really liked him. He was really good.
But
that was a great cast with McCourty and that 4 right there. That foursome.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great
Schrager's gone now. Adams is gone.
Yeah.
They brought in what's his name from Notre Dame, who's not bad. I just can't watch it,
proof positive how far that show's fallen. They had me on. I mean, Jesus.
They did.
How bad they did. How bad's it gonna get?
He ain't effing leaving.
Liam, you so did me. Jason Light, you did me wrong. Told me he wasn't effing leaving. Hugh Janus says, is gang violence a problem in town and country? Do we have an issue? Is there something happening in town and country? My first blush would say yes. having driven through town and country lately, I would say yes. Don't stop to get gas. I'll tell you that. It's a little scary. Sergio says, who was bothering me on Twitter, by the way, while I was on vacation. No, I love it, Sergio. It's all good. And I answered you too. Hey, JP, how we had a great vacation. Yeah. Well, if you saw the pictures, you know I did. So I went back to Hollywood. By the way, Mike Lombardi coming up at 1:00. Mike Lombardi coming up at 1:00, the general manager of your North Carolina Tar Heels. And no, I'm not going to ask him about Bill Belichick's love life. So if you think that I'm not that guy, I'm not that guy.
Ask him about what's her face Hudson. What's her name?
No, I'm not asking. No, I'm not asking it. But no, none of that. That's stupid stuff. That's for other salacious.
I'll have him on our show and we'll do all that.
Yeah. He ain't going to answer it. I can tell you that right now.
He ain't coming on my show.
Yeah. Eric Moreno says JP just got back from Colorado. No, I was in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, for a little impromptu high school reunion.
Yeah, your hometown.
Yeah, I'm saying see a bunch of the old buddies. We had like 30 guys show up. You know, isn't that cool? Like 40 years later, we're all still friends. We all still hang out and talk and make up stories about our baseball exploits. So yeah, it was super fun. Super fun. And stayed at, by the way, Pier 66. They did a renovation. We used to go there as a kid all the time. That's the one right on the water. The circular one has a bar at the top that goes round and round. It's an iconic place. So they kept that. And then they built this huge thing around it. And it's just like unbelievable. It is incredible. Did like $1 billion renovation. I highly recommend it. Get in there right now while you still can, while it's not $1,000 a night, because it was awesome.
I got my 40 year coming up here in a couple of years.
Oh, do you? Oh, there you go. There you go.
I'm still alive.
A Bucs Rays Bowl says, can we trade Trask?
I mean, what do you want for him? 7th round conditional pick.
Yeah, there's just so many better. Maybe somebody will. Maybe somebody who really had him high on their draft board will take him. But I don't think anybody's trading for him as a backup quarterback unless they're a team that's just completely out of it and they want to see what he's about. Which I hope he gets that opportunity. I really hope Kyle Trask gets an opportunity to play. I do, because he was a gamer at Florida and he put up some huge numbers. I've always been a Kyle Trask fan, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see him at the end of, 21, when the Bucs had already locked it up and they were going to Carolina. I think it was Carolina or maybe Atlanta. I think they were going to Atlanta. It was a meaningless game. It was a meaningless game. And I think it was Kyle's second year. It was a meaningless game, and Brady wanted to start. He wanted to start the game. I'm like, why not put Kyle Trask in there just for nothing else? If Brady leaves the next year or retires, you know what you have. You've seen him play a game, and that's a big deal. It's a really big deal because then we don't need to draft a quarterback. We got a guy here that we think's good. And I guess Brady won the day and never, he played, and I think Trask played maybe the fourth quarter and threw like 3 passes. And it was, you never got to really look at him even in a meaningless game, which would have been better than a preseason game.
Yep.
And so he never got a chance to play. So I hope he gets that chance. I really do. And he might be good. I doubt it, but he might be good. He maybe a different guy shows up during the game. That happens.
Got any looks from anybody this offseason while he was a free agent, technically?
No, I don't think he did.
Like New Orleans, you would think they're desperate for a quarterback. They would give somebody a look.
I didn't hear of anybody giving him I didn't
either.
Travel in those circles. I'm not talking to the agents and who's looking for backup quarterbacks, but he certainly wasn't in the talk for a starting job anywhere. Nobody was going, hey, let's go get Kyle Trask in Pittsburgh or some of these other places that were looking for quarterbacks, New York and places. That wasn't happening, and that ought to tell you something.
Even Cooper Rush got a 2-year, $6 million deal in Baltimore to be their backup.
Exactly. Teddy would not have been a pick magnet, and I love Jameis. I made excuses for every pick. It wasn't until Brady came and went 40-10 and 42-12 in that moment I knew it wasn't the system, it was the quarterback. Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back on the ice. The next segment, Mike Lombardi is going to join us, currently the general manager of the North Carolina Tar Heels. He also has a book out in paperback now that is absolutely a tremendous read if you are a football fan. So Mike Lombardi coming up next. We are brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799. And folks, if you do not have business insurance or you haven't shopped it around lately, you have to have business insurance. If you started a side hustle, and even if you're making a few $1,000s, you could get sued. You could get sued and lose all of your personal wealth. So make sure you have business insurance. Go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Give them a call. A great customer service person will answer the phone. They speak great English, and they will help you out right away. And while you're there, have them shop your homeowner's insurance, your auto insurance, all your insurance needs. Great folks over at Italiano Insurance. Back in 3 with Mike Lombardi. Stay with us. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com. Hey, JP here for the Gold and Diamond Source. And you know I'm always trying to find ways to save you money or make you money. Well, here's a great idea from Julie and Steve Weintraub at the Gold and Diamond Source. Gold is at an all-time high, so if you bring in your old jewelry, Steve and Julie will buy it off you and offer you the highest trade-in values of the year. It's the perfect time to upgrade what you're not wearing into something you'll never want to take off. So take advantage of that right now. The custom engagement rings to birthstones, tennis bracelets, diamond studs, whatever's on your wish list, the Gold and Diamond Source can make it happen. And did you know they also have the largest selection of any men's jewelry in the area? A great new section there. Check that out. They have free services like free settings, free cleanings, free appraisals, all that stuff right there at the Gold and Diamond Source. Family owned and trusted for over 40 years. Great folks over there. We love promoting these great local companies. None better than the Gold and Diamond Source. 3800 Ulmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group.
Summer is coming. Do not get caught with your unit unprepared. Your AC unit, of course. The awesome folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC have a special going on right now. You get a free 1-year maintenance package with any purchase of a new unit. They have special 60-month financing as well, so you don't need a huge chunk up front. Third Generation has an impeccable reputation built over 30 years of doing business. They do plumbing, AC, mechanical work, anything you need around the house. They are trusted folks. Go to the website and read the 5-star reviews. Deidre said, great company that always arrives timely. We have used them for our AC both in home and business and have been very happy. The staff is knowledgeable and professional. I would recommend Third Generation again and again. So give Third Generation a call at 813-961-8024 or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the Gold and Diamond Source. Obviously, if you're looking to get engaged, what better way than to go to the Gold and Diamond Source, right? They have a great selection. They have fantastic staff over there that are not going to try to oversell you something you don't want, you don't need, and they're going to get you a real diamond, not a fake diamond. Do not start your relationship with a fake diamond. That would be a very bad idea. So head on over there, 3800 Ulmerton Road, just across the bridge, about 20 minutes from downtown Tampa, and tell them JP sent you. It's the Gold and Diamond Source. All right, we are awaiting Mike Lombardi to show up in our backstage, and then we'll bring him on. Any questions that you guys want to ask him? I think it's such a fascinating story. Bill Belichick going to coach college football, hiring Mike Lombardi as the GM. Like, this is just, I think it's one of the most fascinating storylines of the year.
I mean, I think it's crazy that college football programs have to have general managers now, first of all.
Yeah, and the basketball programs have them as well.
Yeah, exactly, because of the NIL deals and all of that stuff. And Lombardi's obviously would only go to manage a college program with Belichick, right? He couldn't just be lured by anybody.
Right.
So I think it's a great kind of scenario down there.
Yeah, I think
we'll see if it translates.
Yeah, and I think nobody knows. Nobody knows. I mean, obviously, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time, but college football is such a different game on so many levels.
Especially
the
his
games.
age.
Yeah, the games are similar, in terms, and nobody, and I think nobody did it better in terms of preparing the team. And, Brady used to talk about this all the time. We had a smart football team. And I think it's undervalued, that being able to make in-game adjustments and have the players actually understand them and do them correctly and execute them. I think that was, as far as I'm concerned, after Brady, the number one reason they were as successful as they were. But you go look at those football teams, and a lot of coaches have come out of those football teams. Although interesting that the assistant coaches have not done well, but in Belichick's coaching tree. But so it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to talking to Mike Lombardi here. Hopefully he'll pop up here in a second. In the meantime, back to your wonderful comments. Jeff Stutler says Bailey on WKRP was my first crush, and Linda Carter. I mean,
Wonder Woman.
Can we even bring Wonder Woman into that conversation?
I mean,
We're going to open it up to all 70s.
I mean, now you got to throw Farrah Fawcett.
70s and 80s. Oh, no, come on now. Farrah Fawcett. Now, if you're going Charlie's Angels, it's definitely Farrah Fawcett first. And then
what about Lindsay Wagner and the Bionic Woman? That's who I was into. I love me some Bionic Woman.
It's all right.
Lindsay Wagner was hot, man.
She wouldn't be in my top 10.
And really? Oh, then you had Cheryl Ladd, who replaced Farrah Fawcett on.
Now Cheryl Ladd.
Angels.
Yeah. I'm going Farrah Fawcett. Who was the girl? The dark hair brunette was
on Charlie's Angels.
Yeah,
Kate Jackson.
Kate Jackson.
Jacqueline Smith.
Jacqueline Smith.
That's
Jacqueline Smith was stunning, but not better than Farrah Fawcett.
She was
that Charlie's Angels show was
70s,
just
man.
Outstanding.
What about Cheryl Teagues? Where does she fall in all of this?
Well, she wasn't. She was more. I mean, she probably did a Love Boat or two.
She was like the first supermodel,
but not a comedic actress.
No.
And then where are you going with Suzanne Summers?
Oh. Former weather girl. You imagine seeing her on your local news every night telling you the weather?
Wow.
Where she got her start.
I think Ashley's watching today. I'm in big trouble. But
I'm still single, JP.
All these women were on TV before you were born.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count.
Hey, much to the surprise of no one, I'm still single.
Yeah. So let's start. We should do that. I mean, your 70s hotties. And then, speaking of Three's not Three's Company. What was the show with Adrienne Barbeau on? And then Valerie Burton
on Maude.
Yeah. She was always a great watch fun when she came on Fantasy Island or Love Boat.
Yep.
Yeah. Or Battle of the Network Stars. Boomity, boomity, boomity.
And all of them together. Can you imagine having that show now? Battle of the Network Stars, where all of these millions of these actors getting paid $1 million an episode on their show are going out and doing like running track meets against each other and swimming and
against Bruce Jenner when he was Bruce Jenner. He was the host, wasn't he?
He was one of the hosts, yeah, because it was always on ABC.
Oh my God, yes, the Battle
of the Network Stars.
Kapler's out there playing softball or whatever the hell they're doing.
Fonzie's out there shooting his archery. By the way, I had a bit of my childhood shattered. I already told y'all this story about I found out when I wasn't young anymore when I saw the Fonz selling reverse mortgages to senior citizens on TV. I just found something else out about the Fonz that was fake.
What?
Henry Winkler didn't know how to ride a motorcycle on Happy Days. The first time they ever put him on a motorcycle in season 1, he crashed it. And he never got back on it. Like there's one scene of him riding a motorcycle, and it was before the leather jacket. He still had like his members only looking thing on before he even got the leather jacket. And it showed him riding away down the street. After the cameras cut, he didn't know how to stop, and he crashed into a sound truck.
Oh, stop it.
And crashed. He's the one that told this story I saw the other night. He crashed the bike.
That's not shocking, though. I'll just be honest with you.
He crashed the bike, and he said everybody ran up there, and they were all checking on the motorcycle, not him, because the motorcycle was a rental.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, back
So
in
he
the day.
said every other scene that they ever filmed him, he would be sitting on the motorcycle, but he would be on a trailer, and there was something blocking where you couldn't see him riding it because he couldn't ride it.
That's crushing.
Like from a guy that rides motorcycles, I'm like, oh, come on.
That's so bad. That is so bad. Yeah, I mean those 70s. Oof, yeah. Who else?
By the way, I'm drinking my daily shot of Jaeger to Lonnie Anderson right here for you guys.
Oh, cheers. I'll drink to that too. My crystal clear water, alkaline.
There you go.
Balanced.
I mean, I got some of that too.
There was a I think it was Sergio Biltris actually who started the rumor on Twitter that Jaeger was the reason you didn't do the show yesterday.
No, it was a nail in my tire, actually.
I don't know, Sergio. I'm kind of leaning towards that.
I had to get here to the studio before I could do the Jaeger, and I never made it to the studio.
Well, we're talking about from the night before that there may have been some Jaeger involved.
I don't know. There was, but not that much.
Abound. James says Bucs were 8-8, clinched division, and Brady did not want a losing season, but we lost Brady's last year. So I don't. At what point do you not? I guess nobody in the building wanted to override Brady. I don't care if we have a lose. We got a quarterback to look at, bro. You may not be here. And by the way, he retired in the offseason and then famously came back. So yeah, not cool. Also, ESPN is taking over wrestling. Really?
Yeah, I just saw that too. Yeah. Yep. Taking over WWE.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, so that'll affect the 120 so people in America that watch wrestling. Guy?
Yeah. $12. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna jack up the price for the pay-per-views, and they're gonna F it up. All their executives are gonna come in there and we need to do this, we need to do that. I mean, we're probably gonna get rid of all female wrestlers, because that's
reason anybody watches
sex. Too much sex, too many pretty girls. Can't have all those pretty girls running around. No, can't have all those pretty girls running around. I mean, seriously, where? No, you're screwing up my NFL network. I want two different options for post-game shows. I don't want to watch ESPN. I don't want to watch ESPN. And I'm not a big wrestling guy, but I think for wrestling people, you people should be losing your minds. It's just like Disney. How do you screw up Star Wars? Well, Disney screwed it up.
They did.
They screwed the whole thing up. With all the woke crap and everything else. Seriously?
Yep.
Can't we do something about this? Can't there be some antitrust violation here? Please? Do something, Donald. Do something.
Fix it, Don.
Douglas Batista says Bo Derek in the movie 10. Come on.
Oh, man.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, ding, ding's all right.
Holy moly. The braids. The beach scene.
How did Dudley Moore ever get that movie with her?
And by the way, if you don't think a woman can look sexy in a one piece,
you hadn't seen 10.
Go see 10.
Or Bolero.
Whoa. Those eyes. Wow. Those eyes.
Dude, she's still kind of, I probably would.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm telling you.
Joseph Collins. Suzalenko from Channel 10 was hot. All right. We're just going to turn into the Bubba Show. We're going to open it up for local broadcasters you thought were hot. Huh? Really?
I mean, I'm in.
I mean, if we're going to, that would definitely get me in trouble. I want to do that. I can talk about 70s and 80s women, but I'm not talking about anybody else. Nope.
Especially in the business.
Thomas
right, JP, I'm about to get you in trouble again. You tell me right now. That's Bo Derek now.
Oh, yeah. Pretty woman. But come on, she's not close to my Ashley. Come on now.
Well, we're not doing comparisons.
Well, she is. Trust me.
Ashley would win every time. All right, we have to leave her out.
She would win every time. Thomas Casper says Doge Florida versus Tropicana Field. Have you heard about this, Timmy? So Doge, we have a Doge Florida now, and they're going to crawl up the ass of all the people in St. Pete and that boondoggle administration that Welch is running over there. They tried to give away $700 million of real estate to the Rays, and they couldn't even do that. That's going to get very interesting. And all this money they're wasting on rebuilding the Trop, at least that money is going to something. The actual roof panels and air conditioners, and they're actually buying things. Wait till you uncover what they've been spending money on in St. Pete and Hillsborough County and Orange County and Broward County. It's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't think the mayor's going to fare very well in that when that microscope goes in there. JP, what do you think about DJU's dad blaming horrible Noel assistant coaches for his son's pathetic play? I'm starting to think he has a valid point. It's not a nothing burger, and that's why Mike Norvell cleaned house on his entire staff. Cleaned house on the entire staff. And that coaching staff was awful. I got to give great credit to I'm trying to remember the name. Anyway, I'll come up with it. This coaching staff at FSU is so much better than what they had. Like, it's not even close. And there was the assistant coaches sucked. They couldn't develop players, but DJU sucked just as bad. He was terrible. He was absolutely he couldn't move. I think he was injured from the day we got him, because he used to move a hell of a lot better than he did at FSU, behind a horrible offensive line and receivers that couldn't catch. Besides that, we were dangerous offensively. I mean, it was a perfect storm of a lot of crap, to be quite honest. A perfect storm of a lot of crap that didn't work out. And look, DJU, I mean, your dad blaming the assistant coaches is a little rich. At this point, just shut your mouth. Just shut up. But yeah, they were bad. Assistant coaches were bad. The players were bad. But I do think that the coaching problem was huge, because when I honestly, how the hell they went 13-0 with that coaching staff is, the players were tremendous. They had a lot of great players. But the coaching staff, they didn't develop anybody. And the only good players they had under Norvell were guys who were developed at other schools for the most part, with a couple of exceptions. And players that you couldn't screw up. But other than that, no. And, Norvell's, some of the calls he made last year were just mind-bogglingly stupid. So they've got a lot of questions to answer at Florida State. I think they've done a really good job rebuilding the offensive line with 5 new guys who apparently are healthy now. We'll get Pat and Shane Burnham on hopefully tomorrow to talk some FSU and college football. But yeah, for the most part, I don't. It's a blanket criticism of everybody. There was nothing good last year. DJU certainly can't. I don't see how you can deflect from your play. Your play was terrible. You're awful. TSC says, don't forget about Susan Anton, legs for days. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. She was a Fantasy Island Love Boat kind of girl. Do those guest spots.
Yep.
They always had, listen, Charo, Gucci Charo was just, she was amazing. Annoying as hell, but damn.
She was annoying.
Whew. Oh, Daisy from the Dukes of Hazzard says Christopher. Oh, come on.
Catherine
we talked about her
Bach.
last week. Catherine Bach. Phenomenal. The Daisy Dukes. Yeah.
She invented them.
And isn't it interesting? Like, we can't even have like hot girls for hot girls' sake now on shows. You can't even, Sydney Sweeney can't even do an ad. Can't even do that.
Speaking of hot.
Yeah. And the ESPN reporters ripping her. This is what these are the people who are going to run wrestling now in the NFL Network. Please throw up in my mouth. Yeah. The whole Sydney Sweeney thing is just unbelievable. And I don't know if you listen to Clay Travis podcast from time to time. It's pretty funny at times. and I'm a little political, so I like to get into listening to some of that stuff. He did a bit today or yesterday on the green dildo that was thrown on the WNBA court. It was just outstanding. He's like, I will put together the guys, because the guy was arrested and charged with like 10 charges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like all this BS stuff.
I bet it was worth it.
Oh man. Yeah, it was. His name is Delbert. Shocking development. His name is Delbert something. Delbert showed up to an NBA game and threw a, which is not, listen, it's not cool. It's not cool, but it's a little funny, right?
But it's funny, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But to charge him, and go do it at a Hawks game. It'd be funny there too, to be honest.
it's funny throwing a dildo anywhere.
Well, really, we're going to get down to it in a public place. If you're dildo throwing, that's funny. It's funny stuff, depending on where it lands. It can be really funny. But he's like, I'm going to put together an all-star legal team for Delbert. Like I will pay for it to put together an all-star legal team and pay for it to get you off from the dildo throwing. You won't do 1 day in jail. Just come on. Seriously. And that's one of those things is like, you think you're doing something that's going to, I'm going to get back at him. We're going to put him in jail, blah, blah, blah. First of all, he's not going to jail. No. Second of all, you're just extending the story for millions more to hear. If you're the WNBA, you just want that to go away. Like, you don't want it, but no, they're not smart enough to do that. They're going to make it a big deal. So more people do it. You'll have copycat dildo throwers, which nobody wants that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, we don't. We're not. It happened. It was funny.
We're not condoning further activity with dildos at WNBA games, as we're not going to condone that.
Or at any sporting event for that matter. I mean,
let's keep it at WNBA right now. We'll expand.
Did they have that? And that wasn't that a competition on the Ocho this weekend? In between frisbee golf and belly flop contest, did we have dildo throwing? I don't know. Did we? And who won? I don't know. Delbert.
Is it the ones with the suction cups and you have to land it where it sticks and it's
like you're flipping a water bottle?
Yeah, yeah.
And by the way, Mike Lombardi, this is what happens when you don't show up on our show and we have to tap dance.
Yeah.
Waiting
What's up, Mike? This is your fault.
We had the 1 to 115 slot, so I think we're past now. But
yeah,
all right, maybe we'll get him on another day. I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway,
we had fun anyway.
Maybe we had a better, more entertaining conversation talking about Catherine Bach and her Daisy Dukes and dildo throwing. I don't know. You guys decide. Lonnie Wilkins said, JP, I attended an event with Wade Boggs, and he said Stu wants no part of him or any alumni. How about that?
That's ridiculous.
He said it's a shame that the Dans get treated the way they do. That the alumni. Now, we've talked about this. Isn't that awesome? I mean, of course, he brings back Evan Longoria for, to sell some tickets at the new place. And, because he was flying back into town to be awarded by our Tampa Sports Club Hall of Fame. Maybe we probably paid for the ticket, and he just sponged off it. Of course, he wrote out that Harley Davidson that he gave to Evan Longoria for retiring a Ray. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Didn't give him anything. Nothing. Not a single gift that I know of. Certainly nothing. Nothing celebratory like most organizations do. Yeah, isn't that shame, Lonnie? And you're right. I mean, Wade's told me that. I've told this story that he told me that he wanted to. One of his there's a player coming for the Yankees or something. It may have been Red Sox, and he wanted to get a pass to go into the clubhouses and see some of the players and talk to them on both teams, not just Red Sox. I forget. Yeah. And they said no. Can you imagine that? What a bunch of. Of course, this same organization that made a Rosemary to pay for his own tickets to come back and thank the people in Randy Land. They'll never live that down. Yet there's still people in this town, media people that defend Stu Sternberg. Unbelievable. James says Noel's next head coach will be the DC they brought in from Nebraska. You may be right. Was it Tony Allen? Tony Smith? I forget his name. It's getting great reviews, though. James he is such a Norvell hater. These are the last comment, my way of saying fire Norvell again. Lynn Austin. Yes, the local Lynn Austin. I worked with her at 1010 Sports, the Sports Chicks. What a lovely lady. She was Hooters calendar woman of the year, like back in the 80s or early 90s. She was like the original Hooters girl.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Oh my Lord. And such a sweetheart. Oh my God. What a sweet, wonderful woman. Got married to Darren Dalton. They had kids. Great lady. Lovely in Austin. Clay Savage, Travis, so funny regarding the great. Yeah, if you missed, go check it out. It was funny. Brian Molinado, welcome into the show. First time I've seen you here. Says if Trask didn't get drafted by the Bucs, he would have had a great head start to building his real estate career. Brian, that's mean.
But it might be accurate.
Oh, Thomas Casper says Macon Ream. I think he meant to say Manon Rayon. It was the first female goalie in NHL history. Esposito signed her. Mm-hmm. She played in a game up in Tallahassee when I was working up there, and they were going around the state doing. The Lightning were doing exhibitions to drum up tickets. So brought Manon Rayon up there. We did a sit down interview with her. She was hockey hot. Can you say that?
So was Cami Granado.
Yeah. Do you see that there's like some Instagram model that plays hockey as a goalie? Have you seen this girl? I don't know what her name is. Yeah, she'll pop up in my feed every now and then. Yeah, she goes out in hockey gear and a bikini underneath. Okay. With a mask on.
I love women's hockey.
Yeah. Like, wow. Thomas asks, can Stu chip in to save the Jackson house? What's the Jackson house? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Andre All Day 20 says Pam Grier. Who's Pam Grier?
Oh, Pamela Grier. Yeah.
Pamela Grier. Oh,
70s hot.
Yeah. Oh, was she
Jackie Brown?
Playboy model?
I mean, I know her as an
Jane
actress.
Kennedy back in the day. Yeah.
Oh,
for CBS.
yeah.
CBS Sports.
Phyllis George,
Miss America.
Yeah. From North Texas State, by the way, right down the road from me.
Really? Oh, okay. Yes. Andre All Day, what are your thoughts on NFL banning? Did you get the Payne Durham? Did we upload that? We'll do that in a break. Payne Durham said today, Andre All Day. Yeah, it was on Twitter. I'll get it. He said, this is a big deal. Banning smelling salts for the NFL players is a huge deal. I'll let him tell you. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, I didn't know it was that big a deal. I didn't know there were this many guys that are addicted. He said addicted.
Well, Baker does.
And I think he means it in
every game.
You know.
Baker does salts coming up the tunnel for every game.
Yes, every game. And
now he's going to have to do cocaine. Thanks a lot. Way to go.
You know why that's funny? Because that's the first thing I thought of. Because Payne said, we got to find something else. And I'm like, I think it's on the banned substance list.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. You're forcing the NFL players into bring back Scarface. Say hello.
I mean, Tampa's really close to Miami, so got an inside track there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll do sound from the boys. Teddy Bridgewater. Awesome stuff from him today. We'll hear from him. We'll hear from Payne Durham. I might get you a little Bryce Hall as well today. So stay with us here. We're brought to you by the great folks at Third Generation Plumbing, featuring the American Standard air conditioning systems, by the way, which are the latest in technology to attack the global warming issue and give you some efficient air conditioning, and it'll cut your power bill as well. American Standard air conditioners available through thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Go to the website and they will come out. If you need a new unit, American Standard is the way to go. Thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Go to the website. Tell them JP sent you. Back in 3. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. That's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. As well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced, generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there. Going through a medical emergency without health care insurance can cause you to go into crippling debt. In most scenarios, people are forced to either break into their retirement funds or worse, they're forced to file for bankruptcy. The sad truth is that health care insurance is crucial in today's day and age. Look, I get it. Many of you think you're never going to get sick and health insurance is really expensive. Well, we can help you out with that. Depending on your income, we can find great plans and huge discounts. God forbid you get cancer, a car accident. It could literally ruin you financially for life. So make the call and find out. Even though the open enrollment period is over, you may have some qualifying life events that can help you get covered right away. It can be very complicated, a very intimidating process, but we can help. Go to our website and check out all the 5-star reviews about our helpful agents. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Spring means a time of renewal and Rays baseball, and the folks at Italiano Insurance want to welcome the Rays to Tampa and remind you it's time to renew those insurance policies with the now famous Italiano Insurance Checkup. Let the experienced and friendly agents shop your policy for the best price and coverage. Famous for saving me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year and over $500 on our homeowners. Now that's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Costs less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a big whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with the all-star agents at Italiano Insurance. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Go Rays! JP here for my friend Jason Fawcett, owner of On-Site Construction. They do residential and commercial renovations and new construction. As a leading home builder and general contractor, On-Site Construction prides itself on transforming homes through superior craftsmanship, dedication to client vision, and an unmatched commitment to quality and service. It's about building relationships. We take the time to understand our clients' needs, preferences, and budgets so that we can deliver a personalized experience tailored to their unique vision. From the initial designs to the final touches, we're there every step of the way, ensuring that the end result mirrors your vision. Here are some testimonials from happy customers. G. Gibson says, no hidden costs, very honest, reliable, creative, and communicates well. Reasonable and fair with their pricing, no hidden costs. C. Smith said, did not disappoint. I'm very happy with the work. This company really cares and will take care of it. So if you're just thinking about building or renovating, give us a call and let's see what's possible. 813-579-5789 or check out our website at onsiteconstructionfl.com. Are you having legal issues with a business partner or other legal business issues? The attorneys at Walters, Levine & DeGrave can help. Call 800-616-0384 for a free consultation. At Walters, Levine & DeGrave, we've redefined what a law firm can be with top-tier attorneys, personal service, and 26 years of success. From business law to civil litigation, we deliver smart, client-focused solutions. Walters, Levine & DeGrave recently won a $6.4 million jury verdict from a large real estate developer, and they can win for you too. Walters, Levine & DeGrave. Let's solve it together. Not attorney spokesman. For a free consultation, call 800-616-0384 or go to walterslevine.com. Offices Tampa, Sarasota.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by Don'tGoUncovered.com. If you are looking for health insurance or you're paying too much for health insurance right now, they may be able to help you out. Don'tGoUncovered.com is the website. I've used them for 5 years now. Every year when it comes due, I give them a call. They check out all the different health plans. Normally got to change because I'm never happy with my health plan for the most part, because I don't know. It's hard to find good stuff out there these days, but Don't Go Uncovered will at least get you the lowest price of the major companies that are out there. So check them out. Don'tGoUncovered.com. Tell them JP sent you when you do that deal. We have some breaking news. The Red Sox have extended the deal of, I can't get it now. Roman Anthony's deal to an 8-year, $130 million extension. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Dude, played for like 2 weeks in the big leagues. This what other teams do? They pay their players like this?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Nikes. That seems a little early, though.
Maybe they know what they're doing.
The Red Sox?
I mean, not usually.
Maybe. I don't know. All right, let's get to some of the great sound we got to from the Bucs today. Teddy Bridgewater showing up at practice. Bowles was asked today, by the way, if he'll play Saturday night, and he said probably not. But we'll see if he gets comfortable. He may be ready, but nobody's going to get ready quicker than this guy.
Yep.
He's been in 8 different systems, probably more than that. Has worked with Grizz at the at Miami, the Dolphins. So a lot of familiar faces here. He'll get there quickly. And plus, in preseason, don't forget it's pretty basic stuff. They just want to probably get him out there and just a limited set of plays. They'll probably script them out for him that he knows exactly. So I would not be shocked to see him play Saturday night against the Titans. So we got dual workouts coming up tomorrow. Looking very much forward to that. We'll have a full recap of that for you tomorrow. All right.
Fun.
First things first, before we get to Teddy, here is the soundbite from Payne Durham talking about the NFL banning smelling salts.
Gonna hurt bad. I'm a pretty serial user of those things. So
like George Kittle level, where he was saying he was doing it every play.
Yeah, not every play. Yeah, before every series. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out.
Gotta get in the lab.
Yeah, I won't say anything that'll get me fined, but we'll find a way.
What percentage do you think of teammates use smelling salts?
A lot. Yeah, a ton of people.
What does it do for you?
Just wakes you up, kind of gets you clear focus. I guess the NFL is saying it masks head injuries. I'll hold my tongue on that. I enjoy it.
All right, thank you. Stop talking about that. This is so interesting to me. It's really interesting to me because they've been using this for a long time. So do you know what's in smelling salts?
Salt?
No salt. Ammonia.
It's ammonium.
Ammonium.
Ammonium nitrate?
Ammonia. Water and ethanol.
Yeah. How could that go wrong?
I don't think we need to be smelling ammonia, but have you used ammonia as a clear?
Oh yeah,
my mom.
It'll get you.
Yeah, it'll get you. So that's what it is, and it can't be that damaging, but
it's in such a small dosage in those little smelling salts. I mean, it is. I mean, I've used it before. It doesn't even last that long. I don't know, man. I think they're being overly cautious with this.
And I do too. This sounds like a CYA thing.
Yeah.
Just like, somebody sues us for head injuries. Look, you use smelling salts to mask it. No. Again, the NFL is paying for trained doctors, concussion experts to examine players independently. I don't think the teams are going to be using smelling salts to mask the injury so they won't be able to tell if they're concussed. I mean, come on now. Seriously? This seems like a massive knee-jerk reaction.
Yep.
So, and maybe the players union fights back on this, although the NFL players union is in a freaking disaster right now. absolute disaster. So anyway,
It has been for a long time because it wants to be the MLB Players Union, and it never will be.
Exactly. Yeah, you guys, no, you're just not that good. So that'll be interesting. And when we finally get to Baker again, if he rolls around, well, we'll get him this weekend after the game, probably. Although I'm not sure he's going to play. Bowles seems to giving me a feeling of the starters are going to play more than they normally do this preseason. So, and I think that's good. I don't think they played enough in recent years. And I know as soon as they get an injury, you'll say you're an idiot, JP. But I just think timing is an important thing. It's a really important thing. And the Bucs have to come out of the gate. They have no room for error. Without Wirfs, without Godwin, they need to be as good as they can be coming out of the gate. Or they could do a 1-3. And maybe even an 0-4. The Jets are improved, I'm told. So, and you could definitely lose to Atlanta. You definitely lose to the Eagles. And at Houston. Come on. You got to be ready from the get-go. And I think they need to play some more than they have been in the past few years under Bowles. All right. I'm not sure we have these labeled. So let's just do potluck.
They're not.
Teddy Bridgewater, which is fine. I'll lead you through it. Here's Teddy.
Feels good to be back out, man.
Right from the get-go.
Flying around, enjoying this South Florida. Well, I'm not in South Florida anymore, but enjoying this Tampa heat. Getting back acclimated to playing in Florida.
That hair.
After coaching and being in Detroit the last 2 years. Feels good, though, man. So many familiar faces from the coaching staff to the players to the executive office, and it just feels like I'm home. So I told a couple of the guys it finally happened. We've been flirting for years, the pre-draft process in 2020 and now in 2025, and I'm finally here. So I'm excited, man.
Take us through the process and just when you decided you want to come back and play again.
It was always
through the process of coming back.
Plan for me. Even my team, down in South Florida at Miami Northwestern, they knew that, I would coach them throughout the season. And then if I had an opportunity to go back and play ball, I would go and do that. Just so happened that opportunity came a little sooner this year. And I get to do it in Florida. So I get to still, keep that relationship and the bond and that chemistry that I have with those guys down in Miami Northwestern. Get to continue to be their coach as well. Honestly, man, I'm just here right now, man, to try to help this team in every way possible, man. Whether it's in the quarterback room, wide receiver room, some young talent in that room, and I'm excited to just share some of the wisdom that I have, the experience that I have from being in different organizations, being in different offenses, being on different teams with guys who've had success at the wide receiver position. Then you got great leaders already in that room who set a great example for those guys. So honestly, man, I'm just gonna whatever the role is for me, try to be a humble servant like I've been doing.
You spent so much of your career trying to do the right thing, and
Okay, that was going into what happened down at Northwest. So, this guy's ready to go. You can hear it, and he knows all the people here. He's very comfortable. I think it's going to be a seamless kind of transition for him, and I think he's going to be ready quickly. And I don't think there's any debate. Now, listen, maybe this lights a fire under Kyle Trask's ask. And he comes out and starts balling in the games and balling in practice. Great. Fantastic. Then maybe he holds on to the backup job.
But
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. I just don't. All right. Here's a little bit of
honestly, I think everyone knows that I'm just a cheerful guy, a cheerful giver as well.
She's talking about what happened in Northwestern.
And I'm a father first before
suspended as the head coach.
When I decided to coach, those players became my sons, and I want to make sure that I just protect them in the best way that I can. And I think that's what came about. Miami Northwestern is in a tough neighborhood, and sometimes things can happen when kids are walking home and different things like that. So I just try to protect them, give them, a ride home instead of them having to take those dangerous walks. But I just want people to continue to see me for the person that I've been, from the time I arrived in the NFL, from the time that I arrived at University of Louisville. Just a humble guy who has a big heart and a cheerful giver.
How hard was that for you to
It was difficult, because I have so many relationships with those young men down there in South Florida, at Miami Northwestern. The bonds that I've established with, Leon Strada, Calvin Russell, Nicholas Lanier, Nicholas St. Joseph. Just the list goes on, and it's a great group of kids, man, and they see so much hope when they look at me, and I always said it's food for my soul. It's the way that I feed my soul, and it allows me to stay young being around those kids. So I think now that I'm back in the league, it's actually going to be extra motivation for them as well, because they'll get to play a game on a Friday night and probably get to drive across the state and come watch the Bucs play and see coach on the sideline. So it's like, man, coaches just continue to just serve as motivation, and continue to influence us in every way possible. He's showing us that, he can make it to the NFL. He's showing us that he can coach. He's showing us that there are different avenues of life that you can take. And I'm hoping that they're taking notice of that.
Yeah, that's if you don't know the story about this, he was helping, paying for Ubers to get kids home, and avoid the gangs in the streets there in Miami, paying for, equipment, hydration,
Food.
all kinds of stuff to help food for the kids, and it's just, and with you could do high school NIL now. You can pay the players. So I don't know why it wasn't, they couldn't come up with some collective to help that he could fund, but I don't know. It's just, again, stupid that the adults can't figure this out, that the coaches that want to help their kids can spend their own money to help their kids. Like, this is not, that's like recruiting. I don't give an F. I don't care. We have school choice in Florida now. And if kids want to go to a place where the coach helps them out, well, then good. Thanks to the coach for doing it. Since we can't figure it out how to help the kids on the school end, all the money that they waste. All right, we're done with that rant. Here we go.
Coach Strong, he was doing room check last night.
Coach Strong,
hotel.
His coach at Louisville, Charlie Strong.
He knocked on the door. I'm like, man, what the hell, man? I said, man, this feels like University of Louisville all over again. I thought I was an 18-year-old freshman again, and we laughed and was like, man, we just rewinded the clock. And it feels great though, man. Even with Randy Shannon, he's hanging around here right now. He's someone who recruited me. I was committed to him when he was at the University of Miami. So many familiar faces, man. George Edwards, he was in Minnesota when I was there. The list goes on. Thad Lewis, he's a South Florida legend. High lived Miami Lakes, had a successful career at Duke and in the NFL. So just, man, it feels like I'm home.
You know, very impressive and modern NFL offenses like the last year.
All right. Sorry. Let's go to the next one. Here's more
I
Teddy.
didn't know that Grizz had all this knowledge. And like the way he's just calling plays and dialing it up, in those call it periods, because it's not scripted. And, he's calling off the call sheet and it's flowing. And you watch practice, you see Bake making these awesome throws, man, and coaches calling these great runs and great play action passes, different things. And it's like, man, what the hell was that, Grizz, a couple of years ago? But, that's how this business is. Sometimes, some assistants have some of the best ideas, and, some of the best head coaches in this league have been assistants. So I'm happy for Grizz, man, that he's able to be a coordinator, showcases his knowledge, his understanding of the game, the depth of his mental. I'm excited for Bake, having an opportunity to work with Grizz and Thad as well. So I'm just looking forward to, man, every day coming here, being a pro.
You mentioned a couple other times coming out of it.
There's Teddy Bridgewater. You can see, he's ready to go. Smart, super smart guy. Knows these offenses. As we said, 75 starts. But no, 78 starts in this league, 75 touchdown passes, 47 interceptions, a 90.5 quarterback rating. To Kyle Trask's 0 games started, 0 touchdowns. I mean, again, this is not about Kyle Trask as it is more about this team's ability to win a Super Bowl. And you're not going to hand over the reins to a backup quarterback that's never done it when you can go get a guy that has. that is just 32 years old, knows everybody in the building. And he talked about the weapons, and he's like, man, this play, he goes, I saw that number 9 running around out there, and I thought he was a tight end, referring to Emeka Egbuka. He said that guy's so polished and snatching the ball. He goes, then you got Mike Evans. He goes, Godwin's one of the best in the business. The running backs, watching them run through the holes and pop at the speed that they have. I mean, he just went down the whole list of the weapons that the Bucs have, and it's a team that's just ready made for him to come in there and take over. Don't make big mistakes, but just knowing that the guy's been there and done it, and he's not going to be overwhelmed. You have no idea what Kyle Trask is going to do. No. And they just weren't going to take a chance. Smart.
Yep.
All right.
And it's kind of a long, I won't say long overdue, but it's a slightly overdue move, I think. Especially odd right after you signed Trask to a 1-year deal. I just wonder if there's, like I said, I've been reading reports that Trask, his back is injured. And I just wonder if there's something there that, or maybe they know something about Baker that,
Michael Pratt has the back. Michael Pratt has the back injury. I don't know if you're confusing it with that, because I haven't heard Kyle was injured at all.
Oh, okay. I thought I just read that this morning that Trask, or yesterday when they brought him in, that they thought that Trask had something with his back. But yeah,
no, Pratt's the one with the back injury. He hasn't been able to play. They got him last year off of waivers, I think. Somebody or somebody tried to put him to the practice squad. They brought him in, and they love him. They love Pratt, but he hadn't been able to get on the field with his back injury.
All right.
So I don't think
timing.
I think they hoped, it's like I said, I asked Bowles at OTAs about Trask because I didn't think he showed anything in the OTAs.
Right.
And I talked to somebody else today. One of the other reporters, they said, yeah, I talked to somebody in the organization. They feel like he's regressed. And that's what I said. I've said that on the show multiple times. Well, so who knows? Maybe he's just fed up with being a backup. Maybe he just doesn't want to do it anymore, but he's just he's missing guys, open guys, not pulling the trigger. And I think Jason Light just figured, listen, it's enough is enough. He's not showing us anything. And I'm sure that they were, I'm fairly certain that they had Teddy Bridgewater on speed dial and have been in touch with him and said, listen, if somebody comes to get you, call us first.
Yeah.
Because we're really interested. And, on the down low, because you don't want to subvert Trask.
Nope.
But, it is what it is. And I would say it's a very, very likely thing that Teddy Bridgewater becomes the backup quarterback.
I mean, look at Trask's situation. They use the word regressed, or you use the word regress. I don't know if you heard that or if that was just your choice of words, but
no, that's what I saw. And this is what he's telling me someone in the organization told him.
All right. Well, then think about it. He comes into the league in 2021, right? Backing up Tom Brady, who's 100 years old already. You're thinking, well, I might get a chance to play just because of injury or whatever. So, man, and he's fresh in the NFL. He's gung-ho, man. He's going to show what he's got. Whether he's got anything or not, who knows? But he's excited and he's pumped. Every single year since then, they bring in Baker in 2023. Every season's like, I didn't get to play last year. Right. That fire goes out a little bit every single summer that you're in the league when you're not going to play or you don't think you're going to get to play. So yeah, you're going to regress because you just don't care. You're not going to get a chance to show it. And so what are you doing? You're sitting there drawing a paycheck. I'm sure he's competitive. He's got a competitive fire in him. All these guys do. So it's just discouraging. He's discouraged right now, and I get it. And that's why sometimes a change of scenery for guys sparks that fire again. I just think the fire is gone for him in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I do too. He looks that way. And he's regressed. Yeah. It is what it is. All right, let's take one more break. When we come back on the other side, we'll tighten things up. Well, I think we got a Rays lineup. Is Christopher Morel in the lineup? Mr. Golden Sombrero. Is he coming? We shall see. Hey, we're brought to you by the great folks at Cafe Paradiso. I was there last week, ran into Benjamin and his wife Monique, who are avid listeners to, at least Benjamin is, to the JP Peterson Show. And they said, Ben wanted to go try out Cafe Paradiso for his birthday. So they were there on his birthday, and they said they had a wonderful meal there. It was everything that I said it is, which is the third highest rated restaurant on Open Table. If you love traditional Italian like I do, you're going to love Cafe Paradiso right there on South McDill. I do lasagna as an appetizer usually before I have
that is insane.
Second entree. It's too good. I can't.
I love it.
Without getting it.
I know it. I love it.
I usually split it with my friend, if it's Ashley or my friend Mike Sanamaso last week, and he loved it too. He's like, "This is amazing." So check it out, Cafe Paradiso on South McDill. Go to Open Table and get a reservation. Tell them JP sent you. Back in 3. JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park. So free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucs and Rays play. We'll see you there. Hey, JP here for the Gold and Diamond Source. And you know I'm always trying to find ways to save you money or make you money. Well, here's a great idea from Julie and Steve Weintraub at the Gold and Diamond Source. Gold is at an all-time high, so if you bring in your old jewelry, Steve and Julie will buy it off you and offer you the highest trade-in values of the year. It's the perfect time to upgrade what you're not wearing into something you'll never want to take off. So take advantage of that right now. The custom engagement rings to birthstones, tennis bracelets, diamond studs, whatever's on your wish list, the Gold and Diamond Source can make it happen. And did you know they also have the largest selection of any men's jewelry in the area? A great new section there. Check that out. They have free services like free settings, free cleanings, free appraisals, all that stuff right there at the Gold and Diamond Source. Family owned and trusted for over 40 years. Great folks over there. We love promoting these great local companies. None better than the Gold and Diamond Source. 3800 Ulmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group. Are you looking for an honest AC and plumbing company? I mean, that's like trying to find a humble Saints fan, right? Well, try my friends at Third Generation AC and Plumbing Services. Been in business since 1995 here locally. And listen to what one of their customers said. Quote, the gentleman providing the service was exceptional, on time, knowledgeable, professional, and experienced. He was efficient, cleaned up behind himself, and did the work expeditiously. He not only repaired a sink, he repaired our toilet that was constantly running. We have used this company several times. They are awesome. Says it all, folks. Testimonials really say it all. Call 813-961-8024 for honest, fast service. 813-961-8024 or thirdgenerationplumbing.com. We also do AC.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show as we roll on here on this Wednesday. It's all Monday to me here. Right? Absolutely.
Exactly.
Brought to you by the great folks at the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVES lawgroup.com. We are local, we are trusted, and we get results. And the folks here at Kingmakers, our new studio here. We're getting all our new spots coming up. We're working with the Murphy Auto Group. They just launched Genesis of Tampa. Have you ever had a Genesis?
No, I've had friends that had Genesis, and they're freaking awesome.
They are amazing cars. I had one back in when I lived in Atlanta, and I just had a Mercedes, really nice Mercedes, and the lease ran out, and then I went and got a Genesis. I'm going to tell you, the Genesis was better than the Mercedes at about half the cost.
Yep.
And it is an absolutely fabulously built, built by Hyundai.
Yep.
And they make a really, really good car. So we'll have much more information on this. We're just getting started here with our relationship with the Murphy Auto Group. Very much looking forward to it. And they just opened on Friday, was Genesis of Tampa. So if you're in the market for a car, you have got to go there. And we'll tell you more about the cars as we go through it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they are just a fantastic. Because these cars, I think, are better than the high-end luxury cars. I mean, the warranties are better. Mm-hmm. They're built better. They're more luxurious, and they're literally half the cost of some of these others. So it's crazy. We love working with them, and look very much forward to it. The Rays lineup is out, and Christopher Morel,
leading off,
is in the lineup.
Oh, no.
But we moved him down to 8th, right? Is that right, Danny? They're in 8th? Yeah, he's in the 8th hole.
To start.
But he's in the game against the left-hander, Tyler Anderson, who's looking for his first win in 18 starts? So
it'll be his 19th.
The Rays lineup was the last one to be posted today on MLB.com. It's almost like they didn't want it to get out there too early that Morel was in the lineup. Seriously. But he's actually in the lineup, which is just ridiculous. By the way, Everson Pereira, who we just got from the Yankees, it will hopefully be, according to intern Danny, is his replacement for next year. Can't come soon enough. He's had 16 plate appearances. He's 5 for 14 in Durham with a home run and 2 RBIs. Couple of walks, 6 strikeouts. So, yeah, hitting .357. And in at Scranton Wilkes-Barre this year, he was in 74 games, hit .259, on base of .361, slugging .511, so .871 OPS. And he hit, 20 home runs. Is that right? 20 home runs. Was got one. So in AAA this year, in 74 games, dude's hit 20 home runs. And he's not, and Morel's not gone. Jiminy Christmas. Get him out of here. 20 home runs, 54 RBIs in 74 games at AAA. Damn. I like to see him up sooner than later. What are we doing here?
JP, I'm reading reports that the sick kid that made this lineup is at St. Joseph's Hospital there on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. So
I think we've upgraded. I think he got out of the hospital and now he's back in mom's basement because he's moved Morel from 4th to 8th. Got some new data. You got new data. The golden sombrero moved him from 4th, not 4th to out of the lineup or out of baseball,
Yeah.
but just to 8th.
Didn't move him to Double-A yet.
No, please.
JP, here's the results of our poll so far today.
Oh, you did a poll.
Yeah, Marianne
with 48%.
Ginger 36, Bailey 12, Jennifer Marlowe at 4%.
That's a travesty. They
She's
must not know who you're talking
JP.
about. They don't know who you're talking about. That's we
their
should have put
problem.
their stage name and then their real name in parentheses. Because
All
I'm
right,
telling you,
I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that.
Come on. Lonnie Anderson. Yes.
Everyone's out there. Who's Jennifer and Bailey?
No, Lonnie Anderson, top 5.
Definitely
70s.
top 5 hairspray hair.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was. John Hill reminds us the Rays gave Yankee shortstop Derek Jeter a canoe and other gifts for his last game in the Trop. Yeah, and Evan Longoria got nothing.
And he plays for the other team.
When he came back. So Stu on brand. Jeff Morris says, if I was an NFL quarterback, I would want my wide receivers to be 13, 14, and 9. Yes, Evans, Godwin, and Ibuka. Teddy Evans, Godwin, and 100% is the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. Got that right. Andre always says Teddy Bridgewater needed those smelling salts with the concussions he had. Don't forget about those.
Man, no joke.
He's like, yeah. And James says, wow, I'm loving me some Teddy B. I don't think I've heard Trask utter a sound in 5 years. Yeah, kind of there. All right. Good to be back with you, kids. Thank you so much. If you have not liked or subscribed on all our social media or our YouTube page, we're trying to get that YouTube page to at least 2,000 subscribers by the start of football season. I'm going to set a goal like my guy at Peter Report, because they always reach their goals. Yes, all you folks, smash that like and subscribe button if you're watching today on YouTube, or if you're not watching on YouTube, go do that. And of course, our social media as well, and FanStream Sports Dallas and FanStream Sports Tampa Bay. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you tomorrow after the joint practices. Go Rays.